and a restroom.
So, become the highest quality, same as...
What are you doing?
It's only a crazy parent like you that would try to sabotage a child. I did what I did. Every time.
I got to go.
It is the unique Blossom strike in which African cinemas is creating outstanding motion pictures for people to watch and enjoy that will bring to you another edition of Movie Flicks at NTA2 Channel 5. My name is Olowo Ololade and we start today with the movie of the week.
Our movie of the week is A Calm Before the Storm, a 2023 drama production of Sinok Productions written by Mary Jane Okoronkwo, directed by Chidi Anyonwu. A Calm Before the Storm is an exclusive Nollywood movie which features a cast of Anthony Ray Emodi, Callista Okoronkwo, Chinenye Unyana, Angela Awoke, Chinedu Joseph Akpa, and Chuma Eze-Irioha.
Really? Are you sure you still want this relationship?
Of course I do. Why would you ask me that question?
Because I'm not going to marry a man who lives with his mother.
I never said I'm going to live with her forever, okay? I'm going to move out.
But you've been saying that since we met.
Listen, okay? There's nothing wrong with the family living together in the same house. I mean, the Indians do it. It actually brings the family together. You know, makes it a stronger unit.
Anthony.
Yeah?
Do you see any India around here? Do you?
The movie tells the story of a devoted, loving and caring mother's child who would do anything to make his mother and fiancé happy. Anthony developed mental illness. His beloved fiancé abandoned him, and her subsequent actions will astonish you. A Calm Before the Storm is a must-watch.
People have different ways of making movies. Some want their story to be heard all around the world, while some believe that quintessential African stories must be on the global stage. It is time for us to introduce the guest of the week. Yes, this is the guest of the week segment where we introduce outstanding individual who is doing remarkably well in the entertainment industry. Let's find out who this individual is.
Our guest this week is Thelma Umuneoma Ummie Nwosu, born the third child of her educationist parents, Sunday Nwosu, a college instructor, and Josephine Nwosu, a secondary school principal. Thelma Umuneoma Nwosu is a film, television voiceover actress and model who hails from southeastern Nigeria. Thelma Nwosu had a diploma in acting, voice, and speech. As a student, she was also a member of dance troupes that performed at major theaters, government events, and private functions. Thelma Umuneoma Nwosu bagged Bachelor of Arts in Film Directing, Theatre Arts from University of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Thelma made a professional debut into the Nigerian movie industry when she starred in a movie titled Frame Up 1994 and Glamour Girls 2 1996. She has since featured in numerous movies and TV shows, some of which include but not limited to Mercy Line, Pretty Thief, Rich Guy, Poor Guy as Beatrice, as Mrs. Benson's friend in Omogeto, The Saga, I Want Your Wife, as pension officer in Three Wise Men, The One I Trust, Wedding Fever 2, Bridal Fever 1, Glamour Girls 1. Thelma Nwosu has also done extensive voiceover as well as modeling for major product and service company in Nigeria. Thelma Umuneoma has worked alongside numerous well-known Nollywood A-list stars in various lead and supporting roles. She has worked on Africa Magic's large telenovela hit production, Rihanna Fighting Fate in the lead role Queen Idolo. Thelma Umuneoma, known for I Want Your Wife 2004, had always knew she was born to be in front of the camera in hit thrillers, genres, action, romance, comedy, crime and historical thrillers. Thelma Umuneoma is a devout Christian, blessed with children, and has reached the pinnacle of success in the Nigerian movies industry.
You're welcome back. With me in the studio is veteran in the Nigerian movie industry. She's an actress, on-air personnel, a model, a motivational speaker, and a pillar to some of the blockbuster movies out there. Help me welcome Thelma Umuneoma, formerly known as Thelma Umuneoma. It's a pleasure having you on the show today, Mom.
Thank you very much.
So we've seen you've done a lot and lots of movies starting from the 90s, and we actually want to know you are one of the best actress in the movie industry. How did your journey started? What was it like?
Okay, my journey started pretty early in the industry. Like I said, I was already in school doing a diploma in acting in the University of Port Harcourt. So I came for my industrial attachments, and I was
sorry to cut this short. What year was that? Because I've seen you have been in the industry.
Yes. This was 1994.
Wow.
So I came for an industrial attachment, and then it was a production company. So, I was just working as an office assistant, in that production company. And so there was an audition. And the person who they were considering for the role I eventually played wasn't really getting, what it was meant to be. So my boss asked me to give it a try. And I did. And that was how I got the role to play Obiageli in Fiml in 1994. That was my very first professional movie, film-wise, not stage. And so I started from there. After Fiml in 1994, I did something very little in Rattlesnake. And then after that, 1996, I did Glamour Girls. And then, Glamour Girls 2, thank you. The one they call Italian Connection.
Yes.
So from there, I just went on and on and on and on and on, and then finished degree and still came back and continued. So that's my story.
That's pretty long and nice. You have appeared in many movies like Homogeto. What will you say are your memorable moments on set?
Well, the memories are different. It just comes with the movies, and the experience while you work. But one thing I can tell you is that my times on set are the most exciting times of me. I love what I do, and so when I'm on set working, they're fantastic. Now, I had a very, will I call it memorable? But you have different experiences with different jobs.
Yes.
So there was this particular job I did, and it was in a village.
Okay.
And we were shooting a road scene, but in a village. So, and I was standing by, and just when the director said action, I was about to, take my lines, and we're hearing a noise because we're like in the middle of nowhere. So we're hearing noise in the bush, and I think we're just going, wow, wow. We're wondering what's happening. Lo and behold, a python.
Whoa.
Yes. Was according to the villagers, they say he was going for a meeting. So it was coming from this side of the bush and crossing to the other side of the bush. That thing came out.
You were so scared.
Crossed the road. I took off. I took off. It crossed the road to the other side. Holy moly. I haven't seen anything like that in my life. So, I took off. And even when I got to where the cameras were, because it was quite a distance, I was jumping. I couldn't say a word, so they had to run to come see what it was. And you can't even believe it. We struck set for that day, for that morning. And they were like, oh, it will go for a while, and then it will return. So that we should start shoot again, maybe like that kind of 4 p.m. By then, it would have returned. We returned to shoot, and that was when the thing was returning from its meeting. So we couldn't do, it was one experience that I haven't been able to know that.
It was a memorable
it got stuck
seriously.
in my head. Different things happened, but that one stuck.
Wow, that's a memorable experience.
Yes, it
was. With anything you do in life, there are challenges. Actually.
Oh, sure.
Yes. What have been your challenges or challenges in the line of acting?
Well, there are different challenges when you do the kind of work we do. We have this slogan, the show must go on.
Yeah, sure.
So no matter what the experience is per time, it is expected that it will not affect your performance.
Oh, sure.
So whether you're hearing a good news or a bad news and you're supposed to be on set, or you're excited or you're depressed or whatever the feelings may be, it is not meant to affect what you're doing.
Sure.
So you should be able to give your best performances per time, irrespective of what your feelings are or what your emotions are at that point in time. So in my career, there had been times when I got to work and I was not in the best of moods, but at the same time I still had to do what I'm gonna do, because I always tell myself, how many people will you go to their homes and you start explaining to them that actually when I was shooting that scene, you see, I was not in a very good mood? No, you can't go to people's homes and explain that to them. So you have to bring forth your best performance no matter what you're feeling per time. That's what I believe.
I can say, and you've worked with so many actors over the years, actually. And is there any actor or actors you still desire to work with?
Okay, there are some actors that I watch their performances and I dove my cap for them. I've worked with quite a lot of actors. I've also worked with my lecturers, people that taught me in school. Like I've worked with Dede. Dede taught me, Sam Dede, respect sir.
Okay.
Dr. Sam Dede taught me acting year 2 and year 3. 200 level, 300 level. He was my lecturer. So, and I've had the privilege of working with him on same set. I've also worked with Colin Busiruswanga. These are my lecturers, people that taught me while I was in school. But there are still some actors that I look forward to work. I haven't worked with Odolade Adekola.
Okay.
Odolade is a fantastic actor.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yes. So
He is,
anytime
yes.
I'm watching him, I'm like, geez, he cracks me up.
Oh, sure.
Lord Thespis is another, I don't know, Ibrahim Chacha?
Ibrahim Chacha, yes,
Yeah.
Ibrahim Chacha.
So, but he's another fantastic actor.
Okay.
So there are some actors that I just look at them and like, oh, wow, this person was born to do this.
Yes,
So,
yes, actually.
that's it.
Why the choice to become an actress?
Well,
What is
okay.
the motivating factor?
Okay.
Motivating factor you have?
I think mine was inborn. Passion. Growing up, in fact, when I made up my mind I was going to be in front of the camera, I didn't even know what you go to study to do that. Like, I didn't know the course was theater arts. I never knew what it was. But I just knew that I wanted to be in front of a camera. I wanted to either act or read news, or it just had to do with being in front of a camera. From passion, I knew that this was the path God was taking me through in life. So that's how I arrived here.
That's a nice one. Yeah. You appeared able to be in a blockbuster drama titled Rihanna.
Okay, Rihanna.
Yes, Rihanna. Tell us about it. How was it?
Okay, Rihanna was a telenovela, 260 episodes,
Okay.
sponsored by African Magic, and what happened was that prior to that time, I had done another movie, The Mystic River.
Okay.
Mystic River was a Netflix movie and it did quite well. So the people I worked with in Mystic River recommended me for Rihanna, and so they invited me in for a reading, and I went and I read, and I was given the role of Idolo. Idolo was a queen mother. So that was how I got on Rihanna. But that wasn't my first experience with African Magic in their telenovelas. So I had done Jemeji, I had done Hush, I'd done a couple of other.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So before Rihanna came, and Rihanna was fun. I enjoyed it.
You mentioned something
challenging, but it was beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned something earlier that you worked with your lecturer. I couldn't catch the name up, but
Okay, Dr. Sam Dede.
Dr. Sam Dede, yes. What was your experience working on sets with him?
Oh, okay. When you're working with someone that taught you, you understand, and he's a man that knows his onions. You understand, he's on top of his game. So, you kind of sit up, that kind of sitting up.
Yes.
You understand the hair. So, and I just wanted to show that this thing asabia, that kind of a thing. So I was trying to put on my best and do my best. Maybe I was even overdoing it at the time. And at some point he called me and said, "Calm down." Just that's the way he talks. He said, "Relax. Take your time," and all of that. It was a beautiful experience working with him. I learned more. Even though we were working, at some point, he called me and put me through certain things, that I needed to know as regards the business aspect of movie making. not just the practical aspect of it or the intellectual aspect of it. You have to like marry both, you understand, to be able to succeed at what you're doing. So it was a beautiful experience working with him, and I learned much more on that particular set where I did that job with him.
Also, that's a nice one. What policy would you advise younger aspirants, actors to acquire? You understand?
If you want to succeed in this industry, and not just Nollywood, globally, you must be very patient. That's one. You must pray very hard. That's true. You must improve on yourself and work hard on yourself. As in, is a consistent effort. Okay. It's just like doctors keep reading and passing exams to become better doctors. You know, medical doctors that you went to school and came out with your first degree as a doctor, the journey has not ended there. You keep writing one exam after another and after another. Even when you become a consultant, you keep going and going. Sure. You keep keeping abreast because a lot of things keep coming out every day as far as the health sector is concerned. Good. So with an actor or being an actor, you have to work on yourself. You have to improve on yourself. You have to get better at it. I don't believe in you come on set, they hand you a script and you begin to run through it. No. You get your script days to whenever it is you're supposed to shoot, and then you sit down and go through it. Like how I was trained is that you rehearse in front of the mirror. So the mirror is a better teacher for you. The mirror tells you, you know, let's say you want to say a particular thing and you say it with different facial expressions until you come to the one that is perfect for what you're trying to interpret, and then so you stick to it. So by the time you've done your lines and you are on set, you are at home.
You're a very busy person, and with your tight schedule, how do you find yourself unwind? You have yourself relax and all?
I love to read.
Okay.
I love to read. I love to read books, you know, novels also. Okay. There's this new one I discovered lately, and I'm really enjoying it. These audiobooks.
Okay.
Yes. So yes, audiobooks. So I just play it and I just listen and enjoy the story. Yes. I'm not so much of an outgoing person. Okay. That's the truth. Okay. So when I'm not in church and I'm not at work and I'm not just lounging at home, seeing movies maybe here and there, you know. Okay. But of course, my own work, of course, I'll sit down, watch and all of that, and watch other people's work to also improve on myself. But I just love to relax and read and listen to music. Yes. And I love church.
Okay, you're church goers.
Yes, I love church. So when I'm in church, I like church. And I like church.
That's good. So praise the Lord.
It's also, hallelujah. So that's it.
In your opinion, what makes a great movie?
First of all, the script has to be, the script must have depth. Okay. The script must not be shallow. Right? And then you must have actors that are willing to interpret, who are willing to sit down and actually interpret what they have in front of them. That's one. An artistic director who is there to pull out the best in that actor. For example, an actor can come on set and and is trying to read a particular line and say it in a certain manner, and maybe that's the best of the interpretation that she has in mind for that scene or for that line or for that phrase or whatever it is. But the artistic director who is there running the lines with that person, that's what it's supposed to be. But you know, here sometimes we have continuity people run lines with you and so forth and so on. But the AD who is there to run lines with you should be able to say, oh, don't you think you should take it this way? Oh, don't you think this should be that? Oh, don't you think it should be that? Fine. Then after all of the artistic aspect of that movie, a director who knows his angles and knows what shots to take, you understand? And an editor who knows how to cut the shots.
Yes, that's a very important one.
It is extremely important because, you know, you as an actor, you might shoot a scene and be like, this scene, you killed it, you nailed it. You are watching the movie. The one the editor cut was the one that you were not even in character.
Yes.
So Gaskia, like that's the you understand. So everybody is the case of all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Also camera angles, sound, everything. Because if you have everything perfect and the sound is wobbly, then there's an issue. So it's a case of all hands on deck. Yeah.
And would you compare our story in Hollywood to other stories like Hollywood, Bollywood, and then the rest?
You know, their cultures are different from our culture.
Yes.
That's true. They have totally different culture. You know, so most of the things that is a norm for them is not the same thing over here. Okay, so we work based on, like, for example, that's why, let's say we do a movie here now in Nigeria and somebody is completely nude. The person's village,
Yes.
their community,
Yes.
people,
everybody.
online in-laws and outlaws,
You
they will
bash,
visit
yes.
the person with a tsunami of do you understand?
Yes, yes,
but
actually.
if over there, it might not really be so much of they have their values, but hey, it's not totally out of place.
Yes.
Unlike what we have going on for us here. Go to the UK or go to the US and it's summer and there's sun. Everybody will match out with whatever they want to wear because that is how their culture is. So we're different.
What are you currently working on? Are you producing on the sites or something?
No, I just finished work on. It's gonna be a blockbuster, Selina's Wedding.
Please, can you
Sp-
share the post with the name of the movie?
Selina's Wedding.
Selina's Way.
Selina's Wedding.
Okay.
It's produced by Uduaki-san.
Okay.
So, and it's coming up. That's like the fourth. It's a sequel. This
Oh,
one is
okay.
like the fourth part to it. My humble self, Bimba Ademoye, Etimefyong, Daniel Etimefyong. So,
Okay.
fantastic movie.
It's
well,
been an
by the
amazing
grace
time
of God.
having you on the show today, Mom.
Thank you too. I enjoyed myself.
I know you enjoyed yourself.
Enjoyed myself.
Okay, that's it on the guest of the week. Movie, please continue and we'll be right back. Moving on from the guest of the week, right now we'll be showing you some interesting movies to watch. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Movies to put your money on this week are Drink and Blood Vessel.
I was just 23 years old when I met Olumide.
Oh shit, Ruby. No, I did not promise anybody marriage at all.
So you were just sleeping with her?
So where in all of this did you have time to sleep with someone else?
I was an idiot.
You are an idiot.
Listen, stay away from me. This is a family issue.
Well, I did not know that my husband was going to turn into a drunk just a few weeks after our honeymoon.
Can we please not fight?
Can we please not tell lies?
I won't be like you.
So that any time when I just need breakfast in bed, bam, they will just give me.
The youths of Nimbe were out protesting the oil spillage in the community. Me, I'm a lover boy. Not a fighter. I was out there professing my love for Ummie and protecting her.
You're right.
Some of the youths were more daring than others, but all of us are about to suffer for their actions.
The movie industry are always flocking with stars every single day. And on the show today, we'll be showing you star in diaspora. Keep calm while we continue.
Olugbenga Eniton Temitope Akinagbe is an American actor and writer of Nigerian descent. Born 12 December 1978 in Washington, D.C. and raised in Silver Spring, Maryland. Akinagbe is the first to be born in United States, the second of the 6 children in his family. Gbenga Akinagbe began his education at Colonel Zadok Magruder High School in Rockville, Maryland, and later attended Bucknell University on wrestling scholarship. He holds a degree in political science and English. Olugbenga Akinagbe started his professional career in 2003 when he performed the role of Zim in the NYC Fringe Festival Outstanding Play award-winning production. He is known for his role as Chris Patlow on the HBO series The Wire 2004 and as Larry Brown on the HBO series The Deuce. Gbenga Akinagbe has featured in several movies, some of which include They Are Made Out of Meat, The Savages, The Talking of Pelham 123, Edge of Darkness, Lottery Ticket, Red and Blue Marbles, Paranormal Abduction, Big Words, Home Sweet Sweet Country, Brenda to Caesar, Fourth Bliss, Mall, Phantom, Knucklehead, Detour, Independence Day, Resurgence, Numbers, Law and Order, Blue Bloods, The Good Wife, A Gifted Man, All the Devil's Men, Egg, Mind Hack, Goldie, Rogers, The Thicket. He appeared on television series but not limited to Barbershop, The Wire, Conviction, Cold Case, Fringe, The Unknown, Live Another Day, Madam Secretary, Modern Love, The Blacklist, The Old Man and Mercy Street. Gbenga has also performed some theaters: Modern Missionary, The Rainmaker, To Kill a Mockingbird, Fulfillment, Romeo and Juliet, The Oedipus Plays, Lower Ninth. Olugbenga Eniton Temitope Akinagbe is making Nigeria proud in diaspora.
It's been an amazing time on the show today. We had a great time and I hope you did too wherever you're watching from. Remember, we'll be here same time next week, so be rest assured we have a lot for you to enjoy. My name is Olu Ololade. Stay safe.